Tom.
Hey, Lewis.
Thanks for joining me today.
My pleasure.
Yeah, I wanted to spend a couple minutes talking about sort of a conversation you and I started back in the fall when we met about the role of women and the feminine and where we are in the world today and our planet. And I was inspired by the statement that His Holiness the Dalai Lama made that the world would be saved by Western women, and I thought, larger than just the Western women that I know, there are so many women around the world that are doing so many things remarkably to transition us to a new place for this planet. And I wanted to get your perspective on that and ask what your thoughts are around the role of women today.
Well, that's a big subject. But I'm getting better and better at putting 10 pounds of potatoes in a 5-pound bag. And so I'll start with the idea that women are the life givers. And we all got our start inside of women. Women were the ones that gave us this unconditional love and this nurturing and allowed us to feel human from the beginning. We got to listen to the sound of our mother's heartbeat. We got to listen to the blood flowing through her veins for an indeterminate period of time where we were, even though people in this world thought it was 9 months. For us, it was a lifetime inside that womb. And we weren't concerned about where our water came from, and we would never even consider polluting the environment of our mother. And then one day we realized that a great transition was about to take place. And we looked around for the exit and thought, it's just not possible. We don't know how we're going to ever get out of here. We're already 10 pounds, 4 ounces, and 23 inches long. And if that keyhole is the only exit, we're here for eternity. And then we learned what mothers teach us. Keep the faith, expect a miracle, and move towards the light. And so we did. And I'll be doggone if she didn't shapeshift. We would never anticipate that old Chinese proverb, jump and the bridge will appear, while we were in the womb. But sure enough, when we started moving towards the light, everything changed. All of a sudden, we're in this new world, this new environment. We had passed, like the caterpillar and the butterfly, from that other world into this one. Quite possibly our DNA even shifted, because we're no longer breathing liquids. Now we're breathing air. We looked back and we thought, how did we ever get out of there in one piece? We look around and we're in this world, and then we learned from that world. If we learned anything, we learned to listen to the sound of our mother's heartbeat, to listen for the sound of the water or the blood flowing through her veins, to not be concerned. She will feed us, and we'll never consider polluting the environment of our mother. And we dance to the sound of her heartbeat just like we did in the womb. And we learn to keep the faith, expect a miracle, and move towards the light. Within that framework, within that context of what it means to be human, because we all came from spirit, and we're all going back to spirit. We're just here for a little while, hopefully to learn how to be human. And that first episode, that gestation period, that incubation period inside of our mother's womb was like ground school for this world. We were supposed to learn everything we needed to learn about how to relate to the Great Mother in there, so that when we came out, we would already be informed. And so our elders tell us from that point on, it's our duty, our obligation, our responsibility to move through this world as though the woman we love the most in the world is about to give birth. We watch what we say, we watch how we move, we put ourselves in the role of always being of service, because Mother Earth is always giving birth. She's always in the creation mode. We should all be careful of our language when life is about to occur. We should all be conscious of our actions and our mood. Peace and unconditional love and nurturing and respect and reverence, all of these wonderful characteristics that humans can rise to are what's called for. And so, quite naturally, it would be women who would bring our attention to that. They are the life givers.